Howdy. So I wanted to demonstrate. This is Josh Holmes, by the way, and I've got a full video. It's a 20-minute video on my whole climbing rig here. So I'll leave that in the description of this particular video, just in case you're curious about that. But this is a supplementary. I did the other one about a year ago, and it's been working really well for me. 2 years in a row now, I've been hunting with this particular setup where I'm using the hand climbing portion of a lone wolf climber and a tethered tree saddle. The exact brand of the tree saddle, I've got several of them. I enjoy them all, but this is the one that is kind of my go-to that I use most of the time. But that's not what I'm here to talk about today. What I want to talk about today is I had a moment yesterday morning, and it's a safety tip that I want to share with everybody. And the punchline is always carry a second tether. Always carry a second tether, and I'll tell you why. It's not because this one's going to fail. It's because you might need this for other reasons. One, very helpful to get around limbs and that kind of stuff. So getting around the limbs and whatnot, I always want to be tethered to the tree, always want to be tied to the tree anytime I'm off the ground. And so I will throw the second tether above the tree, the limb that I want to get around, and I'll clip it in and so on. And but that's the normal use of carrying a second tether, right? This next use though, that's why I'm doing this particular video. Yesterday morning, I was done with my hunt. I was coming down out of the tree, and I was in a little bit of a rush. And now you'll notice my platform is clipped into my tether, right? It's clipped right here into this main carabiner that is always, attached to the tether, and so on. And so if I slip and I accidentally knock that thing way down there like that, I have always been able to kind of work it and get it to come back up, okay? But I actually just recreated what happened yesterday. It went down far enough and it's gotten caught on a knot or something, and I can't get down there to fix it, right? And I can't get this up, and all of my weight is on this tether. And so there's no way for me to release this and figure out how to climb down. And so the good news was I had a second tether. Okay, so how does this come in handy? Well, watch this. So first, I'm going to take this tether and I'm going to go ahead and girth hitch this underneath my previous one. Okay, exactly what height it is, I don't know if that matters, but it needs to be far enough below that I can move this tether in a few minutes. And you'll see why in a second. Okay, and then on this end, where I usually clip in to my bridge right there, instead what I did is I pulled this through and I put my foot in it. Let's see if let's see if I can be agile enough to do that this time. So now it is girth hitched to the tree and around my foot. Okay, and so I can now stand up and notice that this tether now has slack in it, so I can move this tether down. And as I'm moving that down, well, now, oops, there we are. This is not an efficient way of climbing or descending the tree or whatever, but it absolutely works. And I know this because I did it yesterday morning. And I got down about 15 feet out of a tree doing this. And so there we go. Now I can stand back up a little bit and I can move this tether again, right? And so for this reason alone, even if I never climb a tree where I need to get around a branch, just the fact that I can use this and girth hitch around my foot, that's not comfortable. I don't want to climb that way. But my goodness, was it handy to be able to get down out of the tree instead of sitting up there tied up like a piñata until somebody found me. So with that, I just wanted to say, always when you're getting up and down out of a tree, have a second tether with you, especially if you're using a hand climber. But I've also seen where people will drop a climbing stick, or they'll, something will happen. This quick and easy, not easy, good way to save yourself and get out of a tree if you need to. So thank you very much. Again, I'll leave the full video in the description of this, so you can go watch how you're supposed to do this. And then this is the supplemental of how to fix it when things go wrong. Thank you much. Catch you next time. Later.